when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, running round the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you, heaven knows, heaven knows. I feel the weather changing, better get out soon. Don't let go of my hand, no matter what you do. Well, I'm here for you, through the thick and thin. We're on a winding road that never ends. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. Running round the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you, heaven knows, heaven knows.
We were just becoming friends. You took my hand for a dance, and I have loved you ever since.
Storm is on our heels and we'll be swept away. We better run, honey, what you say? Wanna be alright with you by my side. I can't believe you're mine. Oh, Colorado, where will we go? Oh, Virginia, I wanna show you. Anywhere I'll take you there. Heaven knows, heaven knows. Colorado, where will we go? Oh, Virginia, I wanna show you. I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows.
There we go. How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai,
And I'm James Money.
and you are watching a show that we edit a television show out of. I know that might sound confusing for those of you who just joined us, but what's that?
We're missing the podcast in the title.
Oh, you can't point out stuff that isn't there. People will go, oh, it's not there? Was it supposed to be? But what I was starting to explain is that we do this internet podcast and then we edit out a television show. And the reason I point that out is every once in a while you'll see us, going to do these television segments, and I've got emails from people going, "What are you doing?" But little confusing, but that's what we do. And we have live chat right here. Look at here. Here's Michael once again. My new favorite show, Andy and James. I finished all my work early so I can tune in. It's 5 p.m. in California. Aw, thanks, you bugger. And there's Rick S. right here. And there's Miles, a.k.a. Medium 7-Up. Let me get that off the our names off of the screen there. So when I put these up, they're easier to read, right? Hey, Stephen, how's it? Mahalo for being here. And there's Dani Aloha, our moderationist and associate producer. We have 4 moderationists. That's right. Hey, Johnny Rocks Hollywood. Aloha one more time. How you baga? And there's Devin, also a moderator. Cindy Krause, how's it, Andy Bumatai, and James and Gangi. Whoo, GB. Wow, love those gorgeous shirts, James and Andy. Sharp.
Thank you.
And we have a guest. In fact, just came in on the I don't know what you call it, guest cam. Let me bring him in. Kamaka Brown. Hold on. Let me just click on him here, see if he shows up. Hey, how you doing, brother? You all right? All good? Okay, your guest in green room. Let me assign you to this. You can talk if you like, bro,
Me or him?
No, I'm talking to Kamaka. I can't hear you. Are you talking, Kamaka? Yeah, he's not talking here. Let me put him on the big screen so he can see himself. Wait. Cannot hear you, bro. No can hear.
Yeah.
Can't hear. Play
Oh,
with your
man.
the kinds. And I'll talk to the Hamajang gang. Hey, are you aloha from Arizona? Look at this. Well, and then I said, hey, Kamaka Brown. Yes, that's Kamaka once again. He has been no, I can't hear you. No. Oh, we hear him now. Oh no, not
This
that
again.
again. Uh-oh. Hey, Kamako, we had this problem where we can't hear the guests or the music. Let me try playing a music thing and see if we can hear that, okay? Wait a minute. Hold on, okay?
Right now, I hear the music.
That's not
Oh,
you.
there you go. Okay.
That's a different voice.
Try again.
Aloha. What's up,
He's in.
Mr. Money? Aloha, brother.
Had small kind scare.
I know.
Maybe you can bring up your game just a little bit if can, Kamaka.
Yeah, let me see. Let me
If we get the
see.
mic close to
How's that? Is that better? Is that
way better.
Is that
Way better. Okay.
way better? Okay.
Yeah,
You
in
can
fact,
kinda
I'll bring
tone
your
it down.
gain up on my little fancy board here. Like I was starting to tell people, Kamaka has been a guest on the show a few times. In fact, when he's back home here, he and I do podcasts, sometimes from the beach. But he hasn't been a part of the television show piece. So I thought that would be fun. Oh, I'm getting, Nani Aloha says, Kamaka's level is good. Oh, whew, you get that
right.
Nani seal of approval, bro. There you go. Okay. Yeah, see, let's see. Oh, and Garrick is coming in from Arizona saying, how's it? And they are the other state that doesn't do,
Daylight savings?
yeah, they don't do daylight savings times. Oh, look at that. Look at your yellow shirt. Oh, maybe I got to move the chat up so people can see it, right? Because look,
Oh.
woo, woo, welcome, Kamaka. Wait, hold on. Would it be better up here?
I see now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There we go. That way we can see you. But, I know you get the high vis Kanak. Hey, they spelled your name wrong.
I know, right? I piss off with them guys, man. I tell you.
Look at that. It's supposed to be one M. And, get
I
your
know,
money back.
guys. Yeah, exactly. I was going to, you know what? They refused to answer my emails. I asked them, guys, do you guys know James Money? And they went, whoa, brah. Okay, we're going to take care of you. No worries.
No, you know what you need, bro? You need the magic marker and just
Magic
grab that N and connect them to the bottom of the A, right there. Boom. Kind of old school, or you know what? Or a piece of duct tape would be the same color.
Oh, duct tape. I always carry duct tape, brah. Yes.
Hey, got to, bro. The world is held together with baling wire and duct tape.
Yes. My dad would always carry one can of Bondo and duct tape in the back of the car.
Bondo, let's not go there. Remember, we had so much fun riffing on the. You go, Bondo, sound like one family from Nanakuli. Oh, you know Bondo boy, yeah?
I know Bondo. Damn.
Yeah, oh, Bondo there, man. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Bondo girl. Good
It's
looking.
always Bondo them. Yeah. Hey, you know Bondo them, or it's always them on the end, right? It's an all-encompassing Pidgin word,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm getting up. Your mic up, please. Okay, I'll just bring it a little closer. And I added some gain there. Thank you, Nani. Appreciate it. She has radio experience, so she.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we got
All
people
right.
from Indonesia tuning in.
Where's that?
Wow, Richard Mao.
Oh, Richard Mao. Look at that. Hey, aloha from Indonesia. 8 a.m. Thursday, back in the future. Ooh,
Wow.
mahalo, Richard Mao, for being here. Oh, you picked a
whip-
good day. We got Kamaka Brown as our guest.
Get whiplash. It's into tomorrow. We're coming back to today. Back to the future. It's kinda-
And you can call him. Look at here. You know Jody, right? She says, "Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Kamaka?"
Jody. Hi, sweetie.
She's here in Hawaii, and she's helping with the Zippies people who are opening a restaurant in Vegas. So she's here
Great.
training for that, and helping them out.
We had some Ono grinds over at kinda. Where was that in Waikiki? We can go eat.
With the late night thing,
Yeah, the late night thing
that was Denny's. That was Denny's. That wasn't Zippy's.
Denny's. That was Denny's.
That was the Howley Zippies.
And
But
and
that
had
late
that
at
waitress
night.
and had that waitress for she was Nanakuli from Waianae. That was her first night. Remember that we was going. She was
Wow.
like happening.
I forgot who it.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys went because she had the mask, yeah. And
Yeah.
he, oh, no. And he goes, and then the brother's leaving. He whispered to us, "Tell her no, remove the mask." I'm like, what? Hey, bro, come on, bro.
That's true.
Hey, Darlene, Hailey Hubbard, how you there, Darlene? She's saying, how's it? Let's see here. I hear small kind echo coming from somewhere. Uh-oh. Let me go through all the sites here before we go on television. Thank you, Mad Statter. Okay, wait here. Let's see. I got this one, and I have it all the way down. Okay. Now I'm going to Twitch, making sure that the sound is already down. You got your speakers off, right? Yeah, and then that's off. And sometimes it's LinkedIn. LinkedIn tends to leak sometimes, so I'm bringing it down. What's that? Twitch. You're twitching. Yeah. I'm sorry, Matt Statter. All the sites that I have up, I'm not, I'm not hearing anything. So, anyone else hearing an echo out there, Hamajang Gang? Because we're gonna do TV and we like, make like downtown, huh?
Classy.
Downtown. That's right.
Like Liberty House.
Look at this, Rick Bondo, James
Bondo.
Shaken, not stirred.
Really? How you bust up your enemies? I shake them. I don't stir 'em. Ooh, wow, Richard Mao, aloha. There we go. It's 7 p.m. here in Kentucky. Wow, getting late there. Hey, Marty Burns. I don't think we've seen Marty Burns here before. How's it, everyone?
Hey, what's up? Brother Marty is
Kamaka. Is that your friend?
Brother Marty is with our crew, the night patrol crew over here. Every night he comes in. Yeah. He's our regular.
Oh, there we go.
What's up, Marty? He has Broke Them Out Bakery over here. Broke Them
Oh.
Out Bakery. Woo. Yeah.
The echo has stopped right after I posted, so all's good. Of course, right? That's like taking your car in. Oh, there's this sound. Serious, and the mechanic. Well, it's
I
not
drove
happening
it.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bro. You want to try to do a first? By the way, I hope you got my text. I couldn't get that one link to work, right?
Oh,
But
it's okay. No worries.
what is it? Static on
Crackling.
Oh, there's crackling on your microphone, Kamaka.
my microphone?
Kamaka's mic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it a
That's
Bluetooth
interesting.
mic?
It is not. It is wired. Yeah.
Your headphones is not mic also, yeah?
Headphones is not mic'd. Yeah.
I'm here to. It's all right. You know what you should do, Kamaka? Go get potato chips and just hold them, and then the whole thing will make sense.
Go. Let me go get my bag Doritos or someplace. Yeah.
It's similar sound when Don Stroud was on.
Yeah, his did that too.
Because
But it
his was
was
a Bluetooth headphones he's using.
feedback from there. Hi, Jody Lynn. How are you? And we get off the hook. Look, Kanaka. Yeah, static sounds from Kamaka.
I wonder if his external speaker. Is your external speaker on?
Nope. No external speaker on. I wonder if it's my headset, man. I should change my headset.
Is the volume cranked so high? Maybe if it brought down the gain a little bit. I asked you to bring the gain up. Maybe that was it.
How about now? Is that better?
No,
I
still,
brought it down a little
still
bit.
scratchy.
Still scratchy.
Valerie says there's a bug on the mic,
Oh no.
and he's break dancing.
He's breakdancing. I don't know. I don't think I can. If it's my headset, I can change my headset if that's the case. But the mic is not doing anything. It's the kind.
Yeah, but we're here. We're definitely hearing. Oh, look at this, Jody Lynn. Power out in Kaneohe.
Yeah, you guys got some major winds and rain over there now, right?
Yeah, they get plenty of people out. Hi,
Kylo-
Nancy Lewis. I think it's his neck. Every time he turns his neck, we get static. Got WD-40.
Nancy, you better stop it. That's not one of my gang over there. Nancy's in Anaheim, California.
Yes. I get some WD-40 right there. You see it on the shelf. Good to see you, Charles K. Well, what do you want to do? Should we try a different headset, or because before we go to TV,
Yeah,
we got
let me try a different headset. Hang on.
yeah, okay. And there's C Honda with a picture of her cat. She's another one of our moderationists. And how's it, Marty? I'm covering the show on Twitch. Ooh, Maui is getting pounded with wind and rain. OMG. Well, the power went out here for like thinking just enough that the clocks all freaked out. So. But I have what we're doing here on a uninterrupted power supply.
Oh, nice.
The problem is you can't plug the when the router goes out because it's somewhere else it goes out. But
Right.
I know.
Yeah, yesterday I think there was power outage in Kailua.
Well, yesterday there was a creative outage here.
It seemed pretty creative to me.
You guys had Kermit yesterday, right? Oh no.
No, that was the day before.
Oh, the day before. Oh,
This
okay.
is much better.
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay, as a headset.
Yeah, it was the headset.
Okay.
Let's make sure go back to the old one. I know. You ever do that? Where you go, the thing is wrong. I gotta make sure it was that. Ooh, yeah. That's much better.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Okay, I got a mo better from Nani. All right, on.
More better.
Now I can hear you clear, Kamaka. This is
Yay.
there we go. See?
The funny part is, okay, so now you got to wait 8 minutes.
Yeah. Now that you got it wired. Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. But should I leave your mic up in case you want to, be sarcastic in the background?
No. I just go.
Hey, Richard Mao is from Jakarta. I just got that from Nani. Oh, goodness, Jakarta.
Where's C Honda? C Honda is late. Where is that lady? She's supposed to be on.
She's in California, I think. See, where
Right.
are you?
No, she's in Cal. Is she on?
Yeah, she's
was-
right over
she was-
here. You see
Go
her?
scroll to the bottom. She's right there. She told him to not talk for 8 minutes. Huh?
Oh yeah, look, see, here's C Honda. How's it, Marty? I'm covering the show on Twitch, and then right here. Oh, where?
Oh,
Right
okay.
there. You just were on it. Huh? Right there. Kamaka trying
I was looking for the cat. She would change her avatar.
yeah.
And she's back on Twitch.
Twitch.
Kamaka, try not to talk for 8 minutes. Yeah. She also moderates on Kamaka's channel,
Ah,
right? Yeah. I didn't give you the the A introduction because most of the people in the Hamajang already know you. But when we go to
Yeah,
TV, I go, inflate your ego, small kind.
the flowers.
Yeah. But again,
No, but-
chill for about 8 minutes while we do the first segment, and then we'll come back for the second.
I'm just gonna mute. I'm just gonna click mute over here, and
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Just
Right, done right now.
unmute before you come back. But okay. Oh. Okay. Let's see. So now what I do is, we have the. Oh yeah, we have the opening,
Yep.
the title sequence. So, but this is segment 1. It's 8 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is hit the 8 minute, and here we go. Sit up straight, get the lettuce out of your teeth. We go make TV. Okay, here we go. Segment 1.
Hey, how's it? Like a full-time job.
Yeah. Good thing neither of us are working.
And then tell me what you have. So it's so funny.
How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
That's right. And look at this. You see this right here? It says podcast up there. Even though this is a television show, we edit this television show out of an internet podcast that we do every weekday, 3 p.m.
Hawaii Standard Time.
Right.
And we, did you say multi-blast?
Multi-blast.
Simul multi-blast?
Yeah, on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch. So if you want to find us, 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, come join us, and you can be part of the Hamajang Gang. Because that's what we call the chat, right? Like, take, for instance, here, I'll show you a little bit of it here, right here. See that? There's Darlene S. and Cindy Krause, Off the Hook, Mad Statter, Charles K., Devin coming in, C. Honda, right? See all those people? There's Michael Anthony Smith sneaking into the top, right? And what we do is we read their chats, and then sometimes we click on them and put them right there onto the screen.
Boom.
So if you want that and not afraid to see your avatar on TV, come join us. And by the way, you picked a good day because today we have a special guest, Kamaka Brown.
Kamaka Brown.
He's a comic, he's a podcaster, he's an actor, he's a producer, and he's now living in California, originally from the North Shore.
Wow.
So we'll be talking to him about what he's into now and all the different aspects of his particular career. Think about how many things he does, proving he can't keep a job. So we're here to help him,
Yes.
gangy. But he's a good friend of mine. We have toured together. Oh, what's that? Somebody dare walk by my house?
No.
The temerity. Okay, that'll be enough. Kinako, thank you so much.
Lucky we
Appreciate
get
it.
the studio guard dog.
That's right. Well, that's how people know we're live.
Yeah, we can't fix it.
Can't fix it. It's just, well, how are you going to edit that out? Hold on. Okay.
It's part of the show.
And you know what? Speaking of North Shore, because that's where Kamaka's from, I have a news item. And for those people watching the show regularly, you know that I do these news clips, right? And then James and I editorialize on them. But this is interesting because it's about that parking situation in Laniakea, right? Where it's just choking traffic and locals are like, come on, cross the street already. But, tourists and all that whole thing. So let's check that out here.
Thanks, Jess. Big changes may be coming to a popular North Shore beach and tourist attraction. I spoke to residents and a lawmaker who have
Sounds like she
varying
said thanks to
opinions
you.
about a new
Thanks, Jess.
project at
That
Laniakea.
was for me.
It's been the source of traffic jams
Get that.
and lots of close calls.
That's a lot of-
Laniakea Beach on the North Shore, with its beautiful
know.
surf and turtles that come to rest
Wow.
along the shoreline,
Right there.
attracts thousands and thousands
Turtles
of visitors
signing
annually.
autographs.
For years, the state grappled with how to handle the constant flow of cars and people. Some say the new parking lot and crosswalks
Look at that.
aren't good
High
enough.
vis.
They expect the crosswalk to protect them. And when they traverse from one side of the road to the other, they don't even look.
Great
They just
voice.
walk.
The current
Nice beard.
configuration was completed in 2021. The Department of Transportation says it was a temporary fix. Now, the Kamehameha Highway Pedestrian Safety Project, vicinity of Laniakea, is meant to be the solution to the problem. The plan proposes to build a short realignment of the
Check this
highway
out here.
to
This is
improve
interesting.
pedestrian safety and relocate the route from coastal erosion. According to DOT,
Look at that.
the
They're gonna
realignment
move
would
it.
shift the highway 80 feet further inland from its current location, leaving space for visitors right next to the beach. According to the plan, the realignment project would have space for up to 90 cars to park on the Makai side,
Have you been
close to
there?
the ocean. However, on the Mauka side,
I
there would be
guess they're
barriers
gonna-
put up and no parking would be allowed. Beyond that, the new section of the highway.
It's something that we on the North Shore know needs to happen because when there's traffic, you know, hours of our lives are wasted.
Look at
Families can't pick up their
Brenton.
kids from school.
Do
Local
you
name,
think
Brenton.
this is really going to work?
I think so. I don't see why not.
What is he?
I met
What
with
else
North
is he
Shore
gonna
Neighborhood
say?
Board Chair who says she's cautiously optimistic.
Get this part of the road over now, then if something does happen later, we've already made that shift, Mauka, and you know, we don't have to worry about that section of the road.
Not everyone is in favor of it.
They documented over 180 cultural sites in that area.
Oh.
And why? Why do we have to encroach upon that area that's
Great
cultural?
point.
I think it's going to end, in the end, it's going to create more issues and more problems.
According to the DOT, the environmental
these
assessment
renderings.
determined the project
Look at
would
this.
not have any significant impact. They are currently seeking the special management area permit.
What if they had little skeletons
A
underneath?
public hearing will be held to
The
discuss
EV.
the SMA use permit. The community is welcome to attend. You can log on to KH12.com for details on that. And once it is approved, DOT anticipates construction to begin by the end of this year and be completed in 2025.
Right after the rail.
I was gonna say the rail and then the stadium and then
Yeah, you got the rails. But you know what? Evidently, what they're going to do is the road goes straight like this. They're going to take it and
Veer
bend
off.
it off this side, and then let the and everybody's and you know, guess what? Now you used to have a straight shot, and now you got the curve
and slowing
all,
down.
and all the people parking and stuff, and it's like, guess what?
Just go to another beach. Just tell them stop it already.
No, that's the only beach in Hawaii that has turtles. Someone told them that, and they believe it. Well, that's the place to see a turtle.
These are the turtles you want to see,
Right.
Not the South Shore turtles.
No, you don't
Those
want to see
turtles
them.
are rough.
They got an attitude.
Yeah, you want to see these Laniakea turtles.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
put on a whole show. They fire knife
Yeah.
dance, just like downtown.
You don't want to go to Turtle Bay because there's no turtles there. They're in Laniakea, which is Hawaiian for park here. My goodness. Well, no easy answers. We'll see what happens.
No solutions.
All right.
Catch bus.
Catch boss.
That's my father always said. Catch bus.
We'll be right back with our special guest, Kamaka Brown, after this. No go away. We're going to be right back. Okay? Thanks, huh?
Mo'ocam.
Oh, okay. And check this out, Kamaka. This is the shot I go to, so I can find it in the edit. Because sometimes I'm searching through this hour and a half show, going, "What the heck was it?" But this is it. Mo'ocam. And look at this. James takes notes.
Well, he usually he usually holds up his finger to say what segment it is, right? So he can
That's what.
also-
Yeah, he
sorry,
does it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you were watching.
Yeah.
We just started that.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
must have just started. Yeah. Okay.
There you
Whew,
go.
there we go. Okay. Now let's see here what the Hamajang gang has to say. Right. Okay. Well, let's bring you back in so you can, editorialize on this here.
Wait, hold on. He had me. What the guy's name? Brenton.
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 Benton. My brother's name is Benton. Which is, and then, but this is Brenton. What's
But
your
Ava,
name?
the last name.
I was thinking about naming him Brother Benton. Hey, I got an idea. What if we just merge them? Brother Benton. Brenton.
But the parents recovered because the last name was Ava, so Brenton Ava.
Oh, was his last name Ava?
Yeah.
AWA, yeah.
Ava. Maybe they drank too
Brenton
much
Ava.
kava.
His nickname was Bondo.
Bondo boy. As long as you're adjusting things, the guest mic is always louder than you and James.
Oh.
Really?
Sorry.
Well, remember you said Kermit's one was loud when you edited.
Oh, okay. Well, I can bring that. Well, Nani is usually saying that. Well, I got to go with Nani. I'm sorry, Gary. Nani, is Kamaka's mic louder than ours? Hey, Lono in the house. How are you? He's on. Okay. Say, hey, and there's David. And GB saying, how's it to Kamaka? Okay, Kamaka, so when we come back, right, then what we do is, we do the, hold on for a second. I got to say hi to Jojo Girl. Hi there, Andy Bumatai. I really want to shout out to you and the Hamajang gang for the on the YouTube channel now. There we go.
Cool.
Yes, he's a little bit louder. Well, why you never say something? I'm gonna bring him. Oh, you know what? I might have brought.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Video.
I brought the video up sometimes.
Same mic. Same slider.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm the last guy that should be doing this because you should actually be able to hear well.
That's what I heard.
Nah, you know what? What was I thinking?
Somebody whispered that to me once.
Hey, look, off D Hook, another great idea in quotes. And you change your avatar or you changed platforms. Ooh, look at it, going to be a big mess. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think
That video kind of scared me though. So many little kids were on that highway.
But they were in a crosswalk, which means they're absolutely safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot the invisible wall that pops up when you're in a crosswalk.
Those lines right there, you can't drive over them if it's impossible. Right. Okay. Let's see. Whew, Jody thinks that's funny. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. Let's see. Now I think I'm caught up. Funny, James. That's what I heard whispered to me.
I was sliding in my salon pass jokes.
Oh, I get it. Yes. Poem that like pound that.
Maybe pound.
Oh, yes. Pound that like button. Pound that like button. That poem, the like button. I was in a field with a like button, listening in the pasture. Okay. That's what the tourists believe. They know, look. Did you see? Only one guy looked when he was crossing, That's okay. Kamaka, your name is Hawaiian. What's the English equivalent of Kamaka?
Brenton.
Okay. On that high note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to segment 2 here. And we're going to go to Mo'ocam. You're on deck. Okay, Brenton, you ready? Okay.
Brenton Brown.
Okay, so this is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call me BB.
bigger his hand is than mine, Kamaka.
I know.
I know.
Brother, it's
Oh, you're doing
6X.
this
You're sure.
too.
6X, bro.
Hook 'em horns. Okay. Look at this, Darlene. Too funny, Kamaka. So now we go here. All right. And now we're ready. And I get my finger on the start button here and go. And we are back. Mahalo nui loa for joining us on the Daily Pigeon. Once again, my name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And our special guest is none other than Kamaka Brown. He's a podcaster, he's an actor, he's a producer, and he's a comic that went on the road with me. We had good fun. I wish I could tell you most of the stories, but cannot. Please help me welcome Mr. Kamaka Brown. Aloha, Brown.
Aloha. Thank you. Thank you for having me back. I appreciate
You're very
that, man.
welcome, bro. But they spelled your name wrong on the shirt.
I know, bro. I was, I ordered this bugger. They go, I'm gonna send them back. I'm just wearing them for the second time. First time on when you and I were out in Haleiwa, bro, and you called
That's
that to my
right.
attention.
But
I'm small kind dyslexic, I guess. I thought it was actually. I didn't notice it until you called it to my attention. I went, "Wow, what's up with that?" That's like,
But
okay.
you know what? If earlier we did a segment on the crossing the street in Laniakea. That's the shirt. High
That's
vis, right there. Give those turtles some warning.
I get the arrow too. See, you're crossing the street, bro. You just
Yeah,
there you
what-
go.
but-
just hold up the arm. Yeah.
Bro, but when you wear that shirt, you can only go in one direction.
I gotta go. Well, I'll hit it out of armor.
Oh, so you can just hold that one out. Yeah. Keone Nunes goes, brah, I can make them for real if you like.
Yeah. A tap here and a tap there.
Yeah. Did you see him on the Tonight Show talking about, Jason Momoa on the Tonight Show talking about getting those tattoos from
Yes.
Keone? Mean, bro.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
So tell me, what do you got coming up? You always got something going on.
I do. It's nonstop. I figure at my age, I'm circling the drain. So might as well do all I can, brah. At my age, I'm 3/4 century old. So gotta go until Akua says no can. So I'm firing on all the burners, brah. I appear maybe about 3 times a month at the Burbank comedy club called Flappers in
Yeah.
Burbank. I do stand up. I'm producing a couple of events in Fullerton, and I got a couple of podcasts during the week. That is always good fun. And we have some of the Hamajang gang joins us. C Honda comes and make sure that I'm sitting up correctly. And she's
Play whack-a-mole with the scabby buggers.
Skebby.
The scabby buggers.
Yeah. That one, I thought James, come sit next to me because the guy looking at me kind of skebby over there. Yeah.
Look at this. Here's talking about C Honda. Here she is. And these links are hot, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to click on them and
Mahalo,
go
C.
to Brada's page. Where in Fullerton? A Watts 45 wants to know.
Aha! It's a private home that does some beautiful. They've got a beautiful home, and they've got this big barn, and they've got a nice courtyard, and we're doing a music, some magic, and some stand-up comedy. So you can check my. You can go to sandislands.org/events.
I may have it. Is this the place? Hold on. Let me see if I can bring this up. Is that the site?
Yep. That's
Okay, so this is the
that's
site.
that's Kamaka Brown. That's
Oh,
KamakaBrown.com.
okay. That's not the
Yeah,
site. So it's not.
that's-
The information is not here.
Yeah, so it's at and C Honda knows that one. It is sandislands.org/events. Gives you all the 411 on it.
Okay.
Coming up. Yeah. So
Very cool.
yeah, good times.
And will you be doing that show that I like so much? The nostalgic one with the guitar and stuff.
Yeah. We are rehearsing for that, and hopefully be ready by summer. And thanks, Andy. That was fun. That's right. You were with us in Long Beach one year. That you were here. That was good. Yeah, that's fun.
It was really good, and I had to follow it, and I was sweating bullets.
Nah.
No, but people don't know. When you had music, you have a hula dancer, you do slideshow presentation with nostalgic things. days, and you hearken back to, the OG days. It was really amazing. Good stuff.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's the official name of that?
That one is that was called Postcards from Home.
That's it.
Postcards from Home. Yeah. And just stories about growing up in the islands, and stories about being a teenager running around in Honolulu, coming out of high school and messing around in Waikiki. It's just, yeah, really nice.
We had, oh man, I forgot, Don Stroud on recently, and he talks about growing up in Waikiki, but it's with Sammy Steamboat with the old surfboards and all this stuff. I went, boy, those days kind of, But it says here, look, Nancy Lewis says that was your best event ever.
Oh, mahalos, Nancy. Yeah, in fact, that we did that one, the first one. That's when I first met Nancy, when she came out to that show, and we've been great friends
so.
ever since. Yeah, it was good. It was really
You
good.
know, one of the, I introduce you and I talk about being a comic and a producer and a podcaster and, and all this. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I never mentioned what a great cook you are.
Ah, on the road, man. We cooked. We ate good.
Man. I want to ask you just real quick about the Kahala Hilton days. I know you didn't cook there, but what did you do when Danny Kalekini was holding court?
Yeah, I was assistant manager, maitre d' at the Miley restaurant downstairs, and that was in the late 70s, early 80s, and this was the heyday of Danny Kalekini out in the Hala Terrace, the oceanfront show, and Kit Sampson and Sound Advice in the lounge. Those are great days, and Danny and I would pass in the kitchen. He'd go, "Hey, how's your room doing? Full?" I go, "Yeah," and he would say, "Oh yeah, we get plenty Japanese. I gotta learn how to speak Japanese, man. All Japanese tourists, brah, And that's when they were just coming in droves, right? And so he did learn some Japanese phrases, and he added some Japanese songs to the show for that. He was amazing. Danny was just amazing Hawaiian. Great.
I used to do this joke about him where I said, everybody that comes to the show, no matter what country they're from, he greets them in their own language. Remember he used to do that? I said, you could get aliens landing from another a planet, and Danny would be like, and they'd go, "Oh, he speaks our language."
and Andy, you and I saw him. I don't know if you saw him after that, but I was.
Hey, Kamaka, I got to interrupt you because we're on TV and I got a button to push here, so we'll be right back after this.
Right.
Did I make it?
On the second.
Whew. Yeah, that's the hardest part about doing this, Kamaka. I got to go, stop, because if not, it's an editing nightmare, because how do I cut out, something you said after the fact, with it. It's just, so sorry, I got to be rude, bro. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
There we go. Ooh, look at this here. And Off the Hook you got a new fan. I'm sold, Andy. Wow. Ooh, he's awesome. He once fixed my tire on my bike. Who, Danny? Wow.
Maybe. Yeah.
Sounds like him. Wow. That's really nice. He takes extra effort and time to do that. But it's special, especially nice.
Aloha.
I know. That used to drive Don Hone nuts, by the way.
That's the last thing. That's the last time I saw him with you, Andy, at Augie's show at the Hawaii Theater. Remember, we walked in there and Danny was there, and yeah,
and we talked a little bit, and he actually needed help. I remember going up and down the aisles.
He had a walker, and then they had some folks that were helping him walk at the time. And not too long after that, he passed away. Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Off D Hook says, I was 8 years old when he helped me with my bike. Oh, man.
Wow.
Hey.
Ha'ula.
Blue played Danny's afternoon TV show back in the 70s. Oh, was that your group? Oh. And this was all happening in Ha'ula. Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
That's a cool thing in performing with you guys is I get to meet a lot of like I met Danny Kalekini through Kala Pelanka, Jimmy Borges I met through you. He would come to your shows and he would talk to me like they became fans. And growing up seeing them, you would never think you would ever meet these people, and then they're so genuinely nice.
No,
But Jimmy Borges was just like I looked at him and was like, man, that is the coolest person I think I've ever met.
he was very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another segment, and then because I'm sure Kamaka has a life and would like to lead it. Okay, so this is 3, right?
Correct.
Okay,
We're going on to 3.
We're going on to 3. We're going to. Let's see here. Anybody? Oh, hey, Lady Tie-Dye coming in. Let's say hi to her before we make TV. Okay, I'll make any kind, right? There we go. Okay, so now we go to the Mo'ocam so that we can see, and then he has to swing his hand around so we can see the
Bounces
3.
around.
Tree! We should hold up a little tree. A bonsai. Tree! Okay, inside joke. Anyway, let's see. Now we go here, and then I click this, and we do segment 3. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with our special guest, Kamaka Brown. And I say it like that because I was hesitating not to say Chef Kamaka Brown, because people don't know. I mean, his cooking abilities are on a very high level.
Wow.
Am I wrong, Kamaka?
I love cooking. Cooking is a passion. You know, my first cooking job was at the Del Webb, Kui Lima, North Shore. And my sous chef was Sam Choi. He was my boss.
Wow.
And this was Sammy before he became the Pacific Rim Cuisine, you know, and all of that. And hanging out with Sammy, I learned a lot. I went through the UH culinary program, right after high school. And then I started cooking in different places and ended up in management. And the Kahala Hilton was a delightful place to work, great place. And you're mentioning Danny Kalekini, which you and I saw him in, I believe it was in November. We went to Hawaii Theater to see Augie T. He was taping a special. And there was Kaniala.
Would you mind if I told you and I at Denny's on Mother's Day on the main when we were on tour? I'll try to do the shortest version I can. This always embarrasses Kamaka a little bit, but it's Mother's Day, right? We're in the hotel next to Denny's. We have a long drive ahead of us. We did a gig that night, right? We were on the road, right? So we go into Denny's, right? And it's packed because it's Mother's Day, you know, because everyone loves to take their moms to Denny's to show their love.
Get that grand slam.
Oh, right. But anyway, now we're at the counter because there's no tables, and the plates are backing up, and everybody's complaining, and they keep seating people, but nobody's getting their food. And Kamaka's watching this, and he's very good at running restaurants, right? He finally sees the manager and goes, I can't take it anymore. And he walks up to her and says, you know, here's what's up. And she turns him and she says to him, well, it is Mother's Day, right? And Kamaka says, did that sneak up on you? So he's going, you got to do this. You got to stop him from seating. You got to start putting the orders out. And he starts like he's running the joint. And I'm thinking, we're going to get kicked out, right? But anyway, suddenly people are getting their food. Things settle down. I'm thinking, oh, MG, right? When we leave, do you remember what she did? She comped our meals and thanked Kamaka for breaking the gridlock on the thing. And I just went, wow, bro.
He's went Chef Ramsay on him.
You know what was funny is we were sitting at the counter, right? And then the cooks were in the delivery window, right, where they put all the food and stuff under the hot lamp. The plates were stacking up because the waiters couldn't, and the food was still coming out. And so the guy was going, 41, 41. Hey, who's table 41? And so Andy and I going, we'll be 41. Table 41, right?
Can we have their food?
Any number, we'll take it. We'll take it.
But I don't care what it is. We gotta get on the road. Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what? But what amazed me about that Kamaka is how you looked at it and went, "This is the issue," and it was that
Yeah.
they were seating people and not serving food. And
Right.
just stop seating people and feed the people that are already seated. It was so simple. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was chaos, and the wait help were just, yeah, and they just kept bringing people in, and at some point you have to say, it'll be a 20-minute wait or a 15-minute wait or whatever, but they were just going for it. But yeah,
Man.
Well, that makes sense. Make them wait in the lobby before they come in.
Yeah.
Because then that's when they complain, is when they're sitting at their table.
After they've ordered.
there you go,
After they've ordered.
there you go, yeah.
And I remember, and then we go. Now we're on the road, right? And sometimes we were in an Airbnb with a kitchen. And Kamaka, let's go buy some food and cook dinner. And I'm like, there's a Denny's a quarter mile from here. And he's going, no. And all of a sudden, now we're in a grocery store, and he's saying, do you have the Jarlsberg cheese? Do you have the Leeks vinaigrette? Brah.
We ate good.
That's the guy you want to
And
tour
that-
with.
Yeah, but you know what? And I say, can I help? And he goes, 2 guys in the kitchen, you just end up bumping into each other. Right? So guess who was the dishwasher?
Hey.
And I was happy to do it, Oh man. Do you still cook for fun?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I cook dinner here at the house because it's a stress reliever. It's great. Just I don't know. If you love it, it's not even work. It's something that just happens. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. It's awesome.
When I stayed at his house for a short period of time there, you're eating these gorgeous meals, and I'm like, you know what, man? I got a chocolate bar and a glass of milk going. I'm good.
That's right, man. I go, hey, you were on a milk and chocolate diet, Brian. I was going,
I still
dude.
I still do it. And I love chocolate. Whew, look at this. Cooking shows are hard to shoot. Yeah. Have you ever tried doing a cooking show?
I tried that and never satisfied with camera angles, and it's just tough. It's tough. Minimum 3 or 4 cameras you got to do.
Oh,
And if I'm the one, yeah, on top, different angles.
and the
far
steam
away,
comes
yeah.
up into the lens.
Yeah, that could happen too if it's not vented properly. You should have a vent going on, and then when you run the vent, you got the air going, right, like a fan going on, and that's havoc for audio. So it's tough.
Rick S. says, I cook for fun too because nobody would ever pay me to do it. Hey, were you ever on Lanai's cooking show?
No, I wasn't, but I do know Frank Abraham, who was the producer and creator of the show, and I think Lanai took the show over. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
cooking
cooking Hawaiian
cooking
style.
Hawaiian style. Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked me to be on there. I said, I only know how to make scrambled eggs.
Well, look at this. Aso Monti says, I am a certified working chef with the American Culinary Federation, working as a journeyman meat cutter now.
Wow. Wow. I have a lot of seriously. I have a lot of respect for guys. Okay, so I used to work at Michelle's at the Colony Surf as a cook, right?
Yeah.
And it was old school, in which the chef would buy an entire side of beef, and then you would go down into the chill room and break down the side of beef into ribs, into chuck, into the filet mignon, into the New York steaks, right? And that was, man.
Into
So I have-
hamburger,
Yeah, pieces for hamburger.
which is
And
what you're
then-
going to do to me if I interrupt you one more time. But we're coming to the
That's
end
right.
of segment 3. We're going to talk more about the breaking down a full side of beef. OMG. Right after this. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Daily Pigeon and Kamaka Brown. Thanks, Boop. There we go.
That was 3.
Okay. Yeah. And backslating now. Oh my God, he's so professional. Okay. You know, in these places, you're saying breaking down the side of beef. Did they? Is there such thing as a gourmet hamburger?
Yeah, and really, a hamburger is not just true beef. They either will add some lamb or some pork to it, because you got more oil content. And
Yeah.
if you really want a juicy burger, man, you mix beef with a little bit of ground pork or lamb. It's so tasty, but it adds so much to the flavor.
Yeah.
And it's not just beef. But I guess my point, really fast, my point was that. Cooks nowadays, they get all this stuff all cryovac. All they do is they buy the stuff that's already wrapped, and so very few kitchens will employ one of their sous chefs or one of their cooks to break sides of beef down. That is really old school. That goes back to back to Europe, how they used to do that in the kitchens, man. Yeah.
Wow. A Watts 45 says, "Hey, Kamaka is appearing at the Muck in Fullerton. I live next door. I'll be there." May.
No, I won't be at the Muck, but we have been at the Muck, but this one that's coming up is not at the Muck. So you might want to check sandislands.org/events. Gives you all the information. It's at a beautiful private home in Fullerton. Yeah.
Wow. Here's Lady Tie-Dye says, "I can break down lentils and kale." Kevin Frazier, the closest thing I've ever got to local kind grinds is in Chattanooga is Asian Buffet or Panda Express.
Yikes.
What Panda? Were we in a Panda Express one time where they had that red sauce thing, and you grabbed it and you went, "What the heck?" And you went back and complained that they watered it down or something?
It wasn't at Panda Express, but it was a so-called Hawaiian barbecue place that they were serving chicken katsu, and they had watered down the katsu sauce.
Oh,
And I
that's
guess,
what it was.
right? And I guess Howleys, they don't know, I guess it's okay. But
Yeah.
us guys, the katsu sauce should be the consistency of ketchup, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
got to be, yeah. And this one was like, what the hell is this, man? Right? And as it turns out, those guys were watering the katsu sauce down just to save money, man. And I said,
Oh.
no. You see that gallon jug underneath your counter over there? You pour me a portion from that one over there,
You see what it's like being on the road with this guy?
Yeah. I would agree with you 1,000%. Ace Almonte's asking, do you rinse your rice before cooking?
Oh yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I was going to say, that might be fighting words. Yeah. You go to a local house. Hey, you guys rinse you guys' rice or what?
Well, it depends on the kind of rice, right?
You know what? There are folks that have a lot more expertise in different kinds of rice. We do jasmine rice here. I buy jasmine rice if we're going to do a particular kind of dish, Vietnamese or Thai, and then just the regular sticky rice if we're going to, just grind out. Yeah.
I actually went to cooking school for a short period of time after high school, thinking, it would be a good course because you could eat, right? And then they brought in this really high mucka chef, and I figured I'd do him a favor. So I took a Brillo pad and I scrubbed his omelet pan really well. You got to be a chef to understand what a no-no that is.
Yeah, it takes a while to season your pan, and then nobody should be scrubbing that pan.
With a Brillo pad.
Oh no, the Brillo pad. Which is why when a new place opens up, it's like Rainbow Drive-In opened up Kapolei, and if you go to Rainbow Drive-In and you order something from them, everything is just You order the same thing at the Rainbow Drive-In up in Kapolei, no more taste. They get all new pans over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
gotta-
interesting. Whew. Don't eat Vienna sausage raw. Unless you just surf 3 hours, and that's all good on the beach.
Do you drink the juice?
Oh, here a Dad Statter says, "Oh my God, that's painful to hear now. Brillo pad on the pan. No!" Okay, let's do more TV. What do you think? This is 4?
Correct.
4? Anything you want to pimp out on this next segment?
Yeah, my night patrol every Wednesday night, 10 p.m.
Okay, let's talk about that. And is that a podcast or a?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a podcast.
Okay, great. So this is 4. I'm going to Ocam, right? Thank you, Brooke Lee, for naming that. So much easier to say. There's number 4.
I should
And-
talk to you. Say, Andy, this is number 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Mahalo, bro. Okay. We're here. Oh, man. I got to tell you, folks, if you're watching this on television, please come join the Daily Pidgin. We broadcast live 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time on most social media platforms so that you can be a part of this wonderful chat. You see it jumping right there? Yeah. And when I, let's say you take off the hook here, if I click an eyes off the hook, hold on. Whoop. Oh no, I gotta go here. And then like this, bang, boom, right there on TV. So if you have a good looking avatar like a Watts 45, you can be on TV like brother right there. Okay? But the main star of our show today is a gentleman who's been talking a lot about cooking. He produces TV. He is a stand-up comic, but he also does a podcast. Ever heard of that, James?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to Kamaka Brown about what exactly it is. How's it, Kamaka?
Mahalo. Hey, good. Thanks again for having me on. I do 2 video podcasts a week. One is on Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Pacific time. So that'll be 8 p.m. Hawaii time. It's called The Night Patrol. And it's really a show with absolutely no social redeeming qualities at all. So we ask everybody to lower your expectations. It is small kind comedy from small kind brains.
Yeah.
We go as many places as we can without getting waxed, and stories that should not be told, secrets that should not be revealed. And the Night Patrol, the crew reports for duty 10 o'clock p.m. every Wednesday night, and we just give them for an hour. So silly, makes no sense, but we love it, and we enjoy it. And C. Honda joins us, and some of the other Hammerjang crew every now and joins us. So join us
And
for
you
the
know
Night
what?
Patrol.
Silliness is needed nowadays. People want to get away. You know, nowadays you try to watch cable news, you got to take a shower afterwards. Good.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
that one. You have that.
I have that
podcast.
one.
And what's the other?
And then the other one is called the Aloha Friday Show on Friday at 12 noon Pacific time. And I have just interesting people from different walks of life with connections to Hawaii. Andy, you've been on the show. Henry
Yes.
Kapono.
Good fun.
Saliva'a Tisanoi Konoshiki was on. Daniel Ho, Amy Hanaiali'i, Branscombe Richmond, Guy Hagi. Coming up, we're going to have also Glenn Medeiros is coming up in a couple of weeks. Who knew that Glenn Medeiros is now the CEO and president of St. Louis High School?
But is he back performing?
I think he performs only for his family, but he is just back just to talk about his life as a pop star, and so we've got interesting people, and so that's every Friday, and it's on Kamaka Brown's Facebook page live, and people can comment and say hello, and we have lots of our friends join us. So one on Wednesday.
Frazier says, "Careful, Kamaka. Someone might want to offer you a TV show."
Maybe we have to get you a nice shirt. One that
yeah.
They didn't misspell your name. unless there's a guy named Kanaka who's missing a shirt.
No, he might be. Maybe he's wearing a Kamaka shirt. Let me call him up.
Kanaka Jr.
Kanaka Jr. Live next door to the Bondos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at here. Off the Hook says, "Sounds like good fun, Kamaka."
It is good fun. And we always say this, but real fast. We always say this, if you're expecting anything intelligent, you're expecting anything serious, keep moving, because that ain't going to happen.
Keep moving. Exactly.
Just keep moving. It's just silliness.
You
Just
know what?
Pure
though?
silly.
It's not enough people are transparent about that. I mean, James and I have said it. There are plenty other choices. So before you commit to this show, maybe click around a little bit, find something, What, Game of Thrones still on?
One of my outros said, If you never enjoy if you didn't enjoy the hour, sorry, you'll never get the hour back. Hopefully, you'll know better next time.
We
we-
owe you one.
When we disappoint our fans, it's only 4 people. So
It's good. It's good.
I lost it one day. But James says, we'd like to thank both of you for tuning in. Oh, man.
You know, a little while ago, you mentioned salompas, right? I did this meme that says, you know, if I have stiff neck or whether I use salompas. If I'm hungry, I use salompia. That's
Oh, man.
it matters though if it's the banana or the one with the meat in it. Is it beef?
This is
or
true.
it pork?
I didn't realize they have dessert lumpia too, man. I just learned that not too long ago. I go, oh, they
that's
get
the-
dessert
Really?
lumpia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a big letdown. You grab lumpia and you bite, and it's a banana one. It's like, what happened to the lumpia?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like the bean manapua.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, Andy, and James. Appreciate it. Good hanging out with you guys. I appreciate that, and see you next time I come to the islands. Not too long.
Oh,
ago.
yeah. Well, you're not going anywhere because we got 2 more segments, bro.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
He's a true comedian. Leave him wanting more.
Leave them wanting more.
But it's okay because only 3 of the 4 people watching gonna get mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but Kamaka Brown has left the building, so we're bringing in
You know what?
Mad Statters. You're on deck, girl.
You know what? One of the first time we did it was called the Baboos Crew Night Patrol, and we just did it, and we did it at the very beginning of the pandemic because everybody was home, and we decided we wanted to do it, right? And truly, and I'll make that we had 4 people. You know, you can see how many people are on, right?
Yeah.
And so I was just joking. I said, you know what? We get nervous if we have over 4 people, so somebody got to leave. Somebody has to leave because it's just too crowded. And all of a sudden, bing! All of a sudden, bing! It goes down to 3, right?
Oh, pressure's off.
And then I get a text from that person. Go, Kamaka, were you serious? Was I taking up too much space? I go, oh my god, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what? We always forget to ask if anyone saw this show on TV and is joining us on the internet side. You know, we should do that in the next break. You know, because we're getting a lot more people from the mainland and you know, this TV show part because we're here in Hawaii and on Sundays we're in Las Vegas. So,
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
You never know. So we got 23 minutes,
Seconds.
seconds. Well, now 19 seconds left. Could you talk a little bit about your life?
In 5,
4, 3, 2. We'll be right back with more of Kamaka Brown. My name's Andy Bumatai.
and I'm James Money.
No go away. You know, I did this show one time. You know, we were talking about, you know, stretching with Kermit Apio, right? We were talking about, you know, when you're on stage, and he was telling the story about he only had 25 minutes, and as he got to the end of his set, the club owner was doing this because the headliner hadn't shown up, right? So, you know, where do you go? So, where are you from? Well, what do you do for a living? Right? We're doing that.
And he
you
said
know.
there was only, I think, 6 people in the crowd, right?
Yeah, there was 6 people.
Bruh, seriously, that happened to me. I was opening for Fiji, okay, in Henderson, Nevada, right? This
Yeah.
big place was packed. Everybody came to see Fiji. They hired me to open for Fiji, do some comedy, do 20 minutes, okay? I come up on 20 minutes. I swear to God, same thing. They go like this. They go like this. Okay, so yeah, I did another 10 minutes or so, you know. But they didn't come to see me. The crowd is getting restless. People are laughing, and then they go, "Ah, Fiji! Yeah, Fiji!" You like that. As it turns out, the promoter, I didn't know this, the promoter was notorious for not paying, and Fiji refused to come on stage until he got cash in his hand for him and the band. So they had this standoff backstage, and I was on there as a
They were
sacrificial
there,
lamb.
but they weren't going on.
That's right. That's right. And I was good. And then after like about 40 minutes, right? And I still had, some material, but the crowd was like not happening. And the guy was still doing this. I said, folks, where's the DJ, man? Let's crank up some music. Fiji is coming out right now. Here we go. Crank it up, man. He's coming out in a few minutes, man. And the guy cranked up the music and I walked off stage. The guy goes, brah. So I said, dude, don't you ever do that to me again, man. That is not happening.
You plan a set and then, did Fiji end up going on?
Yeah, he came on, but they went and got cash for him and gave him cash because the promoter, like I said, I didn't know this, was notorious for stiffing the entertainers. Yeah.
Well, you know who's like that? God, I'm just I'm spacing the name out. Johnny B. Good, the guitar player.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry got screwed so many times he wanted cash before he goes on, right? So anyway, I'm at this gig, and I was opening for the Beach Boys, but there were Three Dog Night in America, and we were doing these big things. But Three Dog Night said, hey, listen, we got a chance to back up Chuck Berry, and we just really want to do it, so we're going to go there. So they're playing, and Chuck Berry's on the side talking to the promoter. Where's my cash? Or I don't go on. And the guy's going, I'll pay you after. Go on. He goes, no, you pay me right now. Same thing. And then when they finally gave him the money, you're going to love this. Chuck Berry walked out with a kitchen timer, set it on 35 minutes, put it on the stage, and he turns, he goes, you guys ready? And Three Dog Night says, well, what songs are we going to sing? And Chuck Berry goes, Chuck Berry songs.
Yep.
And he just started ripping. These guys are hanging on by their fingernails. And when that thing hit 45, thank you, mid-song. Thank you, good night.
I did a New Year's show opening up for Chuck Berry. Bob Payton was a promoter. I came on, did some about a half hour before Chuck Berry, right?
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go. They had like a rock and roll band before, and then Chuck Berry was to come on from 11 to 11:45, and then get ready for New Year's, right?
Yeah.
And so he comes on at 11, and the story was he doesn't travel with a band. He goes to the music hall and hires a drummer, a rhythm guitar player, and a bass player.
Yeah.
And he goes, we don't do any rehearsals. If you don't know, all his songs are only 3 chords anyway. They all sound alike, right? And so he would get up there, unrehearsed, play. 11:45, he was off the stage, right? And everybody's going, Hanaho, Hanaho, Hanaho. He was gone, man.
Gone.
And so Bob Payton comes running out and says, try to keep the crowd. We're going to get that rock and roll band up. But he was gone. He was gone, and he wanted to be paid in cash. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he don't like to talk a lot too, because hey, Chuck, how you doing, man? Boom, gone out of there.
You know who was really awesome? It was the following year. They brought in B.B. King, and we did the same thing with B.B. King. And at 11:45, people were just shouting and whatever's. And he said, he signaled to me on the side, young man, bring me a chair. I brought out a chair. He sat down. He played another half hour, and the crowd was just rolling. What a beautiful guy.
What a great guy. I know those road stories. OMG. When we come back, let's talk about who you've opened for and how much fun it was. Maybe we'll swap some stories and, because
now you've got, man, there's this ongoing thing right now. I don't know if you've seen between George Lopez and Paul Rodriguez. Have you seen that?
No.
That thing is going.
Tell me a little
That thing
bit
is
about
going. You saw that, right? You saw that, James.
I haven't seen it. What's going
Yeah.
on? Can you,
You
talk
got-
about
you
it on
got-
camera?
Maybe not.
Okay, let's do it now then. What's going on?
You got Paul Rodriguez. He's got his mask on and stuff. I don't know if he has COVID. He doesn't sound well, and he's crying. He's saying to George Lopez, what's the deal, man? You actually made me lose some money. You were playing at a particular hotel or a chain, and you made them promise not to hire any more Latino comics. And it's because of you that I missed some jobs out, man. What's the matter with you? And people are just sitting in what a piece of blank George Lopez is. He's a has-been. He was there, Paul Rodriguez was there way before, and you
sure.
toured with, and there's a
Well, Paul and I toured, You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then we would be on TV, and then we'd be watching TV at Paul's house, and George would come on and be doing Paul's bits.
Boom. Exactly.
And I'm
Yeah.
touring with him. I'm going, Paul, that's your bit. You know, I mean, they changed it a little bit, but still, you
Right.
know.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, was that recent?
Oh yeah. There was it was yesterday. I saw it for the first time. It was on Instagram. Or was it Twitter? I don't know.
Well, it's
I think
going
it was
around
Instagram.
on podcasts. So
Is it?
yeah, I think I
Okay.
saw it a couple weeks ago where George Lopez, his own podcast, was saying that Paul Rodriguez was that guy and would show up in the club and he would call him over and say, "Here, hold this for me." You know, like really talk down to. That's George's point of
Paul?
view. No, Paul to George. George.
Oh,
that's how-
George said that Paul treated him like.
yeah, like garbage.
Oh,
But-
interesting.
But Paul was saying he would never do that. I mean, it's a he said kind of thing going on.
I gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha.
you know, if you know, and I saw this with my own eyes, any Latino comic who came up and talked to Paul was very cordial to them and said, "Hey, listen." In fact, I think he called a guy up on stage one time who didn't have a, you know, and the guy went, "No, I don't want to," you know. But
Yeah, and then I think
comedy wars.
the latest is that there's a new young Latino comic coming up and asked, I guess maybe if George can help him out, and George is like, "No, we shouldn't help out other people. You gotta pave your own way," and it makes you tougher. That's what I see on George's podcast. So.
Well, before we do segment 5 here, I remember seeing George Carlin at the Comedy Store, right? And we were hanging because I was emceeing, we introducing him and stuff, and comics would come up, hey, George, and George would like put his hand up and go, "Hey, man, we can hang, we can talk. I can't help your career." Okay? Just know that right off I cannot help your career. Okay.
I had this one kid come up to me recently and he's like, "Hey, I got this new material," and then he pulls out his phone and he starts reading me everything he wrote. And then me and Graham Elwood we're standing there, and Graham's like really listening. I'm looking at him like, "Okay, first advice: never go up to a comedian and read your notes. Get up on stage and do it."
Yeah. Anyway, anything you want to talk about particular in this segment 5? Because we have this one is 8 minutes long, and then we have another one after that, 6.5.
No, I'm good. I just wondered, and this was kind of an interesting thing here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, and it's good fodder, FODDER, for comedy, for James and Andy. Ford Motor Company, have a patent. They want to get a patent on the ability for their cars that if you miss a payment, and you miss the notice from the lending agency, that the self-driving software could drive the car back to the dealership.
Yeah. If it was repossessed, they hit the
Right.
repossess
So-
button and it drives itself back.
Also, however, it doesn't have to be that drastic. If you're late on a payment or miss a payment, the car will now, the radio won't work, or air conditioning won't work, or it'll disable your ability to roll the window down. And it also says that they don't want you to lose the ability to pay for the car, so it will unlock itself during times which you'd go to work, so you could unlock it during commuting times, just enough so that you could go home, and then it locks itself up again. Hello.
Okay.
You can't write that stuff, man.
Maybe we should talk about that.
It's amazing what people with money, when they dream up things. How can we?
Hurt the people who can't make payments.
And here's something that came up that I have not heard for the first time on your podcast here, guys. Is someone came up to you and said, "Andy, can you dirty up your show a little bit because you work too
Yeah,
working too
we
clean?"
talked about that. Oh, yeah, that was Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. I had never heard that before. They say, can you add more
Well,
cuss
yeah,
words
well,
and stuff?
I'll tell the story in the next segment for you, and then you can
Yeah.
you can talk about
Who you open for?
working clean and stuff. Okay, so here we are. Let's go to the Mo'ocam, and this is segment 5,
In Lima.
and Ilima on my thing here.
People watching might be like, "Is James asking for help?"
Yeah, help me. Or he wants to be called on. James,
Yeah, what time is recess?
I gotta go bathroom. Okay, so here we go, and we are back. Thank you. Thank you. That was Chinese. I'm learning a different language.
It's very feng shui of you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're watching the Daily Pigeon, and that introduction is pretty much how the whole show's been going. Other than our first and only guest, Kamaka Brown, who has been telling some interesting story. I gotta get to him because I'm blowing it big time. How you doing, Kamaka? Save me, babe.
Carry the show, please.
Doing good. Doing good. I was watching your podcast the other day
Yeah.
with Kermit Apio. Excellent. I'd not heard the fact that you lost a job because you didn't dirty your show up by using some profanity, that you worked too clean.
Well,
What's
yeah,
the story on
it-
that one? Andy?
the short version is Rodney Dangerfield had a special, and he said, "Andy, we'd love to have you on. You're killing it at the main room in the Comedy Store, but you're too clean. Could you add some swear words so you don't come off as Peter Pan?" And I said, "I wouldn't know how to do that." So he said, "You know what? Okay, appreciate it. Understand." And he hired Sam Kennison instead, and that was his breakout.
Wow.
And happy for him. That's great. And Kermit was saying, "Yeah, working clean, got him more gigs." But you work clean too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that about getting gigs?
Not really. When I started, I had a mentor that said to me, "You get more work if you work clean." That person happened to be Andy Bumatai, and he said something to me, James. He said, and he doesn't remember saying, but I remembered. He said, "You know what, Kamaka? You can do adult humor, yeah. You can take them to the bathroom, but don't make them look at the turds." I went,
Oh God, I don't remember saying that.
"You said that, Andy," and I remembered it because you can do adult humor without having to be graphic and whatever. We all can go there. For instance, I say, guys, good to be here. I just flew in on Hawaiian Airlines from LA. I have joined the Mile High Club. Everybody goes, "Woo!" And I say, "The solo chapter." Okay, so
Uh-oh. Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
to go into right. Everybody goes, "Oh my God!" Right on that. Right. So
chapter.
we can do adult humor without being graphic,
So
and
funny.
that is something that I learned from Andy years ago, and I'm just gonna keep that. Where I want to feel free that if I have, kupunas that come in, that they're gonna chuckle, they're gonna laugh,
Yeah.
and that I don't have to kind of rein myself in if they get keikis come in, as well.
It's
Yeah.
funny, when you talk about solo chapter, I see the flight attendant. Doom, doom, doom. Sir, are you
Oh, yeah.
okay? Doom, 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 doom. We're about to land. Doom, doom, doom. Sir.
On Hawaiian Airlines, not too many suggestive things in Hanaho magazine. That's all I got to tell you. That's it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
You
man.
mean you have to blame Sam Kennison for getting famous, and
Wait a minute, Andy is famous.
yeah, well, but you know what?
That's right.
Sam worked so hard. He was the Rodney Dangerfield of our generation. What I mean by that is he was constantly trying to break through and constantly doing things. He did this one stunt that was infamous in the stand-up world. Excuse me. They banned him from this club, right? So he went outside the club. There was a big window. You could see the stage, but the whole side was open, and there was a telephone pole there that had kind of a cross on it, right? And he tied himself to the cross and stood out there and screamed, "Why won't they hire me? I've got good taste." And people were like, and the comic on stage was going, can you get this guy off the pole? He was,
Wow.
And
Amazing
just a commentary.
Yeah.
Just a commentary. You and I have had this discussion on young comics coming out, and we experienced that in Honolulu when I was back. It seems that the comics coming up feel that it is mandatory that they use as much profanity as possible to be funny.
Yeah.
I know James feels the very same way, that it takes a lot more creativity and a lot more thought to be. And you know what? The Hawaiians did that a long time ago. You go to the parties and there's a kolohe dance. There's always the kauna, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and you're watching rocking chair hula, right? That's not about a rocking chair. You know, and they're doing this in the hula. And a small kid time, I would say, Ma, what is that? Kuli, be quiet, be quiet.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because it was adult humor. Everybody was laughing and sucking them up because of the kauna, which had a double meaning. And so comedy, you can definitely use kauna, right? That whole idea where it has a double meaning, and it'd be perfectly fine, you know, on that.
But the thing about Kennison too is he said a lot of things that people were thinking and just didn't want to, you know, talk. Like for instance, here a Watts 45 says his funniest bit was sand.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, and for the people who don't know, it was, you know, you got all these people and they don't got any water and they don't got any food and they live in the desert, and you want to tell them, move out of the desert. Remember, don't send them money, send them U-Hauls. We have deserts here. It's sand. It'll be sand 100 years from now. Move, you idiots. And
Just move.
yeah, move.
Is it move to where the food is?
Yeah, but yeah, that's what it was. Move to where the
Is it today this is sand. 1,000 years from now, it'll still be sand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the comics today, I think what they see on YouTube, comics that aren't experienced, and then they say, oh, they swear, like, I need to be like that. And I think that's the problem.
Well, the thing about it to me is that they don't do it for effect. They don't even know they're doing it. I mean, to them, it's, you know, the effing dog was walking down the effing street. And I said, what the F is up with this? You know what I'm saying? Well, what did swearing have to do with any of that?
Yeah,
you know, or as opposed to, so I walk up to this hole and I'm looking and I go, now that's an effing big hole. You know what I mean? It's it's to emphasize something. By the way, that was a line out of Booga Booga. And that was one of the jokes. That's not effing big hole. My joke on that one, you know, as we come up to the end of this segment, was you got a whole generation. They've got 3 adjectives: F, awesome, and effing awesome. And that's pretty much it, you know. Oh my goodness.
You know, Andy, you and I were coming out of a club in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And we're walking to the car. There was a couple behind us, and we're going, excuse me, excuse me. And then Andy goes, oh, Kamaka, here it comes now. Let's just keep walking, bro. Just keep walking. So we're walking, and they're getting louder. Excuse me. We got to stop, turn around. Okay, we're ready for, you know, we're ready. What, you know? Oh, I'll tell you what the people said on the way when we come back from the break.
Ooh, you're getting good, huh? We'll be right back. Don't go away. Ooh, okay.
You remember?
Okay. Hold on. Let me just do. Let's come back right away, and then we can do that.
Finish
we can
that
finish
story.
that up. Yeah,
So
we can
that was
finish that
6.
story. Okay. So let's let.
6:30, the time.
Oh yeah. Let me fix this and go to timer, and 6:30. Boom. Okay, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna start 6:30. This is the last segment. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds long, Kamaka. Hold on. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we came back as quick as we could because we want to hear how the end of that last segment ended. I had to interrupt Kamaka. So
When we left off, we were walking.
Kamaka and I were leaving a club in San Francisco, and a couple behind us said,
excuse me. And you know, you can only go there and it's going to be like a negative thing. We stopped, turned around, Andy and I going, okay, we're ready for this. He said, we just came out of your show that you just did. And then I'm going, yeah. And we enjoyed it so much because you didn't use any swear words and you didn't get political. I went, Well, thank you. This was in the. It was like, thank you. We wanted to tell you, just keep on doing what you're doing. We go to a lot of comedy clubs and we walk out, and this was in the middle of this is the end of 2018, that summer, right? And there was all this Trump stuff was going on and all that, and every comic was like, and he said,
going off on it.
We see enough of that on TV, on Facebook, on this, on that, and we love to come to the comedy club and just laugh. And you guys just made us laugh. It was so good. We're not even from Hawaii, but we just loved it, loved it, loved it.
Yeah.
Booyah.
And I don't know if you remember, but as a gift, because they appreciated it so much, they gave us both "Make America Great Again" hats. No, but you know what? A lot of people, are going to comedy clubs and coming to shows like this and the one you do, to get away from it. Like I said, you watch news now. Afterwards, you got a bocha.
Bocha, that's a word I haven't heard in a long time.
Ooh, bocha.
Bocha. Oh. What you used to say? Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Instead of
Boys went,
I know,
before
and look at this.
But daddy comes.
Fisher.
He goes, oh.
Kinako agrees. Yeah, there you go. So, as we come to the end of this segment here, again, we got about 4:20 left, so don't run away.
4:20?
Yeah, it was 4:20.
James, I have a picture of Andy standing outside a room at one of the that we were, and it was room 420, and he was standing right next to it.
That was my room number.
That was your
He goes, wait, let's take a picture. I had no idea, and I'm standing outside, like smiling. He goes, okay, and I see him move the camera. So, what are you doing? Look over 420. Yeah, back in the day, everything was, hey, bro, what 420? And now it's, hearing aid batteries. Bro, you get 312. No more. Okay.
Or the Tahitians say you get 280. But that's
Ooh, smoke them if you got them.
But I agree with the working clean example. I was, I swore in my performances. I've done shows, all over the place, here in Hawaii and some places in the mainland. But when I went clean and advertised that it's going to be a family-friendly show, I sold out the Blue Note.
Yeah.
So, and there were maybe 10 or 15 teenagers in the crowd.
And they were disappointed because you didn't swear.
Is it, hey, you, beep.
I thought you was a professional. Come on.
But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. You get more work, you sell out more, I think.
Here's a story that Frank B. Shaner will hate if he watches this show. He was working a little club, right? And Kenny Loggins came and said, hey, listen, we're looking for a show to open the Hawaiian leg of the tour and maybe California, right? And I said, I can't do the Hawaiian leg because, the yada yada, right? So I said, but Frank B. Shaner, he would be good. He's working a little club downtown, right? And I forget what the club was. So I go down there, right? And I said, hey, listen, I wanted to check him out. He's working dirty. And I said, Frank, Bob, when did you start working dirty? He goes, I only do it in this club, right? Right? So I went, and I didn't want to say anything. I left. Kenny's people went in there to see him. The only place he works dirty, and they called me back up and we checked out your friend. He's too dirty. What if we offered you more money or something? And I went, okay. I ended up going on the road with Kenny Loggins.
Wow.
I know it was, by the way, I never told that to Frank. So,
and Sam Kinison is pissed.
Sam Kinison. If it wasn't for you, Andy, I'd be alive today. Oh man,
I wouldn't have the career I got, but I would still be alive.
Yeah, but
it's funny because I swear at the Stand Up Honolulu, that's when I just blurt out, because that's where I'm looking for material, and I'm blurting out stuff, and I'm seeing how the crowd reacts.
I did a bit on swearing one time and said, okay, for those of you who are familiar with me, I don't swear, but I have to swear because this bit is about swearing, And I'll give you the short version. Basically, I was in line, and these two kids were, they were talking, and it was F-bombs left and right. And there was a tutu and her little granddaughter, and I tapped the guy on the shoulder and said, "Can you watch your language? We got tutus and little kids over here." And the guy turned to me and said, "I'm not effing swearing." And I went, "Okay, my bad. So sorry."
Yeah.
Hey, Kamaka, thank you so much for being on the Daily
Pleasure.
Pidgin. And
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
we
Enjoyed
got to
it.
do it again
Enjoyed
sometime,
it.
bro. And when you're
Absolutely.
here, we'll go beach.
Absolutely.
I like him cook.
Good to.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll go great.
the Samoan you just came out, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Aloha no.
Aloha, ahui ho.
I think we made it.
Got it.
Nailed it. Okay, Mo'okam. Like I can't find that or what?
Completion.
And I'm getting all kinds of, look at, I'm getting an error message. Community camera, Andrew iPhone has 20% battery life remaining. It's plugged in. How the heck do they?
Your phone is texting you.
My phone is bugging me. There we go. I know. And then I got a text from Greg here. Let's see what it says. Meanwhile, we'll bring Kamaka back on. Thanks for doing this, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite. You guys do a great job. And whenever I can, I pop in and just enjoy it. James, I have a guy that works with me. He is my talent wrangler. I should have you guys talk together on grabbing guests and stuff because he might be able to share. And thanks for that. I had Nate. His name is Nate Jones. Nate called, got in touch with Kermit, and we booked Kermit for mid-April. I think we have him coming in as well. So thanks for that. But if you like, I don't know.
Oh, you're
James,
welcome. Yeah, the last time we spoke, I said, Kermit's a great guest.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
You got to give him a call, and boom, now he's on your show.
Cool. Yeah, because he's going
Yeah.
to, I think, Salt Lake or
Wisconsin
Utah.
and Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going
Oh,
tour.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paul Ogata is good too.
but- Yeah, I've had Paul on. I've had
Oh.
Paul on the Aloha Friday show. I've had Paul and what are the this guy Andy Bumatai. I've had him on,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to
wow,
get
man.
Joe. I'm gonna get Joe Coy. Joe Coy is a friend of mine. He opens for not Joe Coy. His name is
Joey Gilia.
Joe Gia. Joe Gia. That's right. That's and so
Is it Gia
I
or
met Joe-
Gilia?
It's
L.A.
Gia.
Gia.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Gia.
Gia. God, I call him Gilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
I met
got us
Joey
that
back in
gig. Remember that gig that
That's right.
I forget where it
that's
was.
right.
It was somewhere near
Sa-
San Francisco.
San Francisco gig. So, but I met Joey back in '97 when I first moved here. We're both doing little open mics and kind of getting ourselves into it. But
But
Joe, I'm trying to
Coy
get Joe.
grabbed
He's
Joe-
busy.
But Joe Coy grabbed Joey Gia, and that's basically his opening act now, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we'll be going up in May to visit my daughter up in Vancouver, Washington. And I'm going to see Joe Coy in May. So look forward to seeing Joey as well.
Well, if
But
you
thanks,
talk
you
to him,
guys.
please tell him I said hi.
We'll do. All right, man.
All right, bro.
Mahalo. I appreciate it.
Aloha.
Thank you.
Take care.
And thank you for
Aloha.
tuning in to the Daily Pigeon, everyone. We're going to sign off. Thanks,
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.